crunching time.
A question in the comments basically gave me the idea to make this, so basically I'm going to be going over the 3 game passes currently in the game and telling you if they are worth it or not. Let's go over them.
Number 1.
So the first one we're going to be going over is the drill. Now, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure the fact that literally it's a drill, you're probably thinking it's a basic upgraded version of, well, the hammer, which if you don't know, the hammer is a tool that is basically used to board up specific windows and door frames to basically keep the undead out as long as possible, and the drill is basically the upgraded version of the hammer. So basically what you do is you go up to a door frame or a window and you basically click on these 2 white glowing panels that are basically replicas of, well, the metal or whatever it is that you place there. So once you click, you'll instantly place this pretty big and wide metallic board, and what this basically does is, well, creates a barrier. So if you place 2 on a door, that basically is the upgraded version of the 3 to 4 door frame boarded up wooden whatever they are boards that basically the hammer does, but just only 2. However, even though they are only 2, they are way stronger than the hammer, because it takes a lot of hits for the zombies or the undead or whatever you want to call them in order to break those barriers. And when I mean a lot of hits, I mean a lot of hits. You'll basically be fine if there's like an entire horde out there and you have like the entire building, aka like the doors and windows boarded up with this drill. It makes it so that you don't really have to worry too much about the barriers. However, after like a lot of hits, or just at least like a ton of zombies instantly just destroying them or hitting them all at the same time, they'll eventually break through. And even though this sounds great for, like, you know, trying to basically make sure that the undead doesn't get inside your base as fast as possible, it does come with a catch. And the catch is the fact that once a barrier is destroyed, it takes around 10 to like 15 or so seconds for you to place another barrier back. For the hammer, every single time obviously a board is destroyed, it takes like around 6 seconds or so in order for you to place another one. This one takes like 10 to 15 seconds, which is a lot later, and basically makes it so that literally zombies have the time to just rush in there while the window or whatever it is entrance is still open for them to basically make a rush into your base. However, once you put those barriers up with the drill, they basically are kind of screwed, and plus you can literally shoot through the cracks of the barrier, of the metallic barriers, so you can basically get them while they're trying to break them down. This drill is incredibly great, and from 1 to 10 of 1 basically of don't even think about getting it and 10 being a must, I would probably say like probably like a 8 out of 10. I really do like it. However, it's not like a you should get it all the time, because like there is another game pass that's a lot better than this one. However, if you're like the type of person who likes to camp or just wants to have fun, and then basically just go for this one, since it literally switches up the game for you to just camp it out and to literally protect your own home base while there's undead trying to break in. So I would say an 8 out of 10. You should really go for this one, especially since it's a very, very useful one.
Number 4.
The next one we're going to be talking about is the Magnum. Now, I said for whatever reason the last time, the review, I said it was the Python, but obviously it's the Magnum, so sorry about that. Anyway, so this Magnum is the deagle equivalent to, well, a pistol. And also, this weapon, you can get it literally at the start, while the deagle is more or less a random RNG chance of you basically stumbling upon it. This gun is incredibly good. This literally one-shot undead at the chest and the headshot. Mostly the headshot. If you're shooting with the chest, there's like a 50-50 chance that they'll just like flinch, and then you have to finish them off with another shot. So mainly go for those headshots, and when you go for those headshots, you'll be just insta-killing every single zombie that ever comes across your path. It can one-shot crawlers, the walkers, and especially the dynamites. Now, one of the things I really do like about this weapon is just the fact that even though you do get like better weapons, like for an example an M60 or like a Scar or something like that, it's still a great weapon to even have around as like a plan B, or just to literally use while you basically don't waste ammo and basically have a plan B for the other weapons while you use your Magnum just to use it currently. So for an example, if there's like a bunch of zombies, you just take out your Magnum, start killing them one at a time. But if things get a little too hectic, you just bring out your big guns and just defeat the lesser amount of zombies that are just around. Basically, this weapon is just very useful and is incredibly powerful. Now, compared to its rival, the Deagle, I think the Deagle is a tiny bit better, just the fact that it has a little bit more ammo, a tiny bit more damage, but that's about it. But for the fact that literally you get a super strong weapon at the start, I'd say this is a very good game pass to actually go for. And to basically use the entire match if you want to. You can literally have it the entire game if you want to and just reload it because it's such a good weapon. However, the only thing that is, bad about it is the fact that when you're consistently using it, you're going to be finding yourself running low on ammo pretty fast, and you can make the same argument with every single gun. However, that's really the only bad thing about it. But really, I just have to say that this gun is incredibly good. So if you're thinking about getting this gun, I would say this is like a 9 out of 10. I really do suggest this weapon to go for if you're going for like Game Pass weapons or whatever, because you having a very strong weapon right at spawn, and especially throughout the entire game when you are unlucky with your loot, is incredibly crucial. So in my opinion, this is a very, very good one to actually go for.
Number 6.
Now finally coming in last place, this is going to be a very, very short one, and this is the Chainsaw. Back then, the Chainsaw was a very good melee to actually have because it basically destroyed infected left and right with literally one shot, basically by swiping left and right. And the only bad thing about it is that melees are bugged to where they literally can't kill zombies. Sometimes they can and sometimes they don't, so it's really a gamble. So for the Chainsaw, I would say don't really go for it right now because it doesn't really work. However, if the update ever comes out where they do fix melees, and or maybe it is intentional and just melees are just downgraded or whatever, until the update comes out where melees are fixed again or just partially fixed, I'd say for now don't go for the Chainsaw because right now it's just bugged and it doesn't really work. So for now, just go for either the Magnum or the Drill. And that's basically it for the Chainsaw. Don't go for it now since it's bugged. However, in the future, if it does get fixed, then I would consider it. Or you want to consider it.
Number 12.
Now, if you really can't make up your mind about which of these two game passes to go for, and you still want to spend your money on this game and you only have so little Robux, then I would suggest that purchasing 1 or 2 inventory slots. Now, if you don't know, every single inventory slot is 150, I think, Robux. And the only way to get them is to basically click on the plus sign next to your inventory, which will bring up the Game Pass, will basically say, do you want to purchase another inventory slot? And you can basically purchase 1 or 2 or maybe even the 3 for 6 inventory slots in total. Now, I have 6 because I have way too many situations where I'm just like, oh fuck, I have so many good weapons and here's another good weapon, but I have no more extra room. And now with 6 inventory space, I'll be like, oh, okay, I can just fit this in because I have like 5 out of 6 or whatever. So if you really can't make your mind about which of these two game passes to go for, then I would say purchase either 1 or 2 in more inventory slots, because having more inventory slots allows you to make a lot more better choices and to basically be like, oh yes, I can finally have another item in my inventory without being like, oh, I'll have to come back for you later and hopefully nobody finds you. So yeah, that's my guide, and yeah, I'll see you guys all for 42 years.